Okay. Alright. So, we think we've found a way in to the Ash Twin Project, maybe. I'm not totally sure, but that looked pretty good. I mean, obviously we're going to have to, like, we can't wait for the sandstorm to stop. There's no time. Like, even if we wait for the sandstorm to stop, like, we only had seconds. There's no way that's the way to do it. Given the gnome, I must have a way in there. That, to me, seems like the best option, that we jump on Ash Twin. But that teleporter doesn't open up for a good bunch of minutes, because the sand is too high. So what do we do while we wait? Could take a look at the Atl Rock. That is true. Could take a look at the Atl Rock. There is something on the Atl Rock we haven't yet sort of taken a look at. I don't think that's super exciting, though, or particularly important. Well, maybe it is. I mean, maybe it is. Come on, let's unlock the mysteries of this tiny little moon. Supposedly, there's something on here. Well, certainly something. That looks like something. Park ourselves, and then we'll go and check out the Ash Twin Project when we think that broken teleporter becomes open to public exploration. Let's otherwise have a look here. Oh no, this isn't where we want to be. I've been here before. I've been here before, and this ain't nothing. So apparently there's some Nomai ruins on this place somewhere. Give me some light, please. This is freaking dark. Ooh, what's this now? Oh, really? Fuel, huh? Chert's research notes. Property of Chert. This is an old crater. The neat thing here is that the composition of samples I took from the impact site matches the composition of the ice on the outskirts of Dark Bramble. I'd posit that the Atl Rock was hit with a piece of the planet that used to be where Dark Bramble now lies. To follow up on, maybe there are some more fragments of the old planet Dark Bramble destroyed on other astral bodies in the solar system. There are indeed, Chert. There are indeed. We've seen some of them. I mean, it's tricky, isn't it? Like, I'm not totally sure that the mysteries of the Atl Rock are going to be all that exciting, but we'll take a look and find out. I mean... Oh, no, my ruins! Look at that. Is this a teleporter? I didn't see a teleporter to the Atl Rock. Wait, what is this now? This cannot be a teleporter. I think it's just an astral scope. The eye. Look at that. So the eye is everywhere and nowhere. It's in a quantum state. That's fascinating. So the eye is actually everywhere and nowhere. What about the... Is that Giant's Deep? You know what? We have never really explored Giant's Deep. I can hear all the sounds of Giant's Deep. How cool. You know, we have never really explored Giant's Deep. That is true to say. I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator, and it can hear and follow the signals from the Sun, Giant's Deep, and Brittle Hollow. However, something strange is happening when I ask this eye signal locator to follow the eye signal. The device's indicator rotates wildly and never points in one direction. Oh, I see. I most likely calibrated the locator incorrectly. Privet, my apprentice, and I will make adjustments and try again. An update. Disappointingly, everything is correctly calibrated after all. It saddens me to posit this, my friends, but I believe the locator cannot detect the eye signal. We would need to build a more sensitive device if we were to locate the eye of the universe. Then we will build it. Don't lose hope. Cassava, our search for the eye is what brought our clan to this place. We won't give up so easily. This is a curious result. It's possible the eye has stopped sending out its signal. Tragic. Tragic! I say tragic. Where should this new, more sophisticated locator be built? May need to be larger than this eye signal locator is. And Nona and those of us originally stranded on Ember Twin built a quantum loon locator there, but the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. I wouldn't recommend building it there. The southern glacier on Brittle Hollow has ample available space. I could construct a new building to house this proposed locator. Yes, let's build it there. I imagine our young friend Connoy will enjoy that immensely. He's always held a great interest in the eye, especially for a child born so long after the crash. I will begin construction on Brittle Hollow South Pole immediately then. So that's the observatory on Brittle Hollow South Pole. Sadly, I don't think they found it. Do we want to... there's a little thingy there. Take a quick look. Come on, take a quick look. Okay, now, wow. I've seen this run in other travelers' pictures, but seeing it for myself, it's really old, isn't it? But wow, this is the coolest day of my life. Okay, time for some official notes. So this is some kind of Know My locator. It can point out different planets, which is incredibly cool, by the way, but from what little I can understand of the writing here, I think it was built to try and find something specific. I'm not sure. I was also able to translate something about the South Pole of Brittle Hollow, so I'll fly there, see if I can learn more. Yep, just gonna get back to the old ship and take off. Totally safe. Mostly safe. Oh, stars above. We are getting close. I gotta say that taking the black hole or the sort of the advanced warp core out of Ash Twin, if it is possible, because, you know, bearing in mind that we have never found another one, right? We went to the Black Hole Forge, there's not one there. If this is the only one, and it's the only way to use the vessel, then we could do it and use the vessel and then fly wherever we want to fly. But is that a good idea? Okay, one step at a time. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go to Ash Twin and find the answer to that question. Stars exploding in the distance, tons of them. Whatever's happening isn't just happening here. Oh, bugger. Let's not crash into the sun. We've done that before. Ash Twin then, I guess. To discover the secrets of the Ash Twin project, if it is possible. Have we left it long enough? I don't know. I don't think so. Actually, looking at it, do I think we've left it long enough? I don't think so. Oh, are we gonna die here? Cruising on by. Oh, they are getting opened up here. Okay. So, Ash Twin then. The thing is that, I mean, there's two big things, right? Like, taking the Ash Twin core seems like a disastrous idea. Like, it gives us one opportunity, and one opportunity alone, I would guess, to save the galaxy. But the other thing that bothers me about saving the galaxy plan, as we have already discussed, is that it seems an awful lot like not saving the galaxy, but saving my own ass. like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure that it's saving the galaxy so much as saving my own buns. Oh, can we hide in here? Or maybe we've timed this perfectly. Okay, let's see if it's possible. First of all, is this a way in? Yes, it is. Look at those, like, they're drawing in power from the surface. I freaking love it. Yes. Oh, that makes me feel very... I'm more than a little seasick. Okay. 8 minutes, 12 seconds ago, received data from previous cycles. Previous cycles? Woo! Masks receiving data from probe tracking module, Giant's Deep memory statue, Timber Hearth's memory statue. Right, that's why there are 3 masks glowing. So there was supposed to be a lot more? 14 minutes until the end of the cycle. Whew, a lot of learning here. Let's take a look. Today, we finished the excavation of Ash Twin. Here, in this space we carved, we will craft our most ambitious project yet, the Ash Twin Project, powerful enough to send information back in time. We've also finished relocating all the subterranean plants we've met while digging. We'll need to keep our eyes on how significantly we've altered the environment here. How far we've come since our experiments at the High Energy Lab. I still can hardly believe Raimi's hypothesis was true. Poke just sent the black warp core for the final twin, for the final tower to us from Black Hole Forge. Now Ash Twin can be connected with Giant's Deep, where Cassava is working on with Avens to craft the orbital probe cannon, and where Phlox is sculpting the memory statues. Orbital probe cannon. Okay. It was not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last to be forged. The cores could have been forged faster as Cassava interrupted my work less frequently to ask for updates. The important point is that we are all connected through Ash Twin now, and also that I'm no longer needed for mediating your disagreements. Our friends on Giant's Deep tested the orbital probe cannon today. Mallow tells me the cannon is doing well, and that Avens advocates for more launch power. If anyone can coax the maximum power from a device, Avens can. But then, if anyone can goad a device into exploding, that too is likely Avens. Perhaps I should check in with the orbital probe cannon crew in the interest of safety. Would it help to remind Avens that Mallow, his love, will be one of the Nomai aboard the cannon, or is Mallow part of the problem? Alright. So, the orbital probe cannon on Giant's Deep, which have we been to? We've been to Giant's Deep, but I don't know if we've ever been to the orbital probe cannon. We've been to the quantum tower there. I don't think we've seen the orbital probe cannon. That might be interesting to take a look at. Phlox and Daz finished the memory statues today, and they are truly remarkable. When the Ash Twin project succeeds, or in the event that it fails, the memory statues will activate, allowing us to gather more data before we shut down the project. Gather more data, okay. Pi and Idea have worked hard on the Sun Station, and at last is complete. If everything goes as planned, this structure will prompt the Sun's explosion, which will in turn supply the power the Ash Twin project requires. Sure, the Ash Twin project gets powered, but doesn't the galaxy get destroyed? Or at least the solar system? I'm impressed by the mutual mental fortitude, yeah, for sure. This was the project's most difficult task, in more ways than one. We're nearly ready to activate the Ash Twin project. Here is what will happen. First, the Sun Station will receive the order to fire at the Sun, prompting it to explode. Using the energy from the resulting supernova, the Ash Twin project will send the order for the orbital probe cannon to fire back in time by 22 minutes. Send the order for the orbital probe cannon to fire back in time. Exactly 22 minutes after these orders are received, the Sun Station will again trigger the supernova to send the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. I'm going cross-eyed. In total, each cycle created by the Ash Twin project will last precisely 22 minutes. We'll send the order for the orbital probe cannon to fire back in time by 22 minutes. The orbital probe cannon fires back in time. To send the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. There's something here I don't quite understand. These words are difficult to write. The Sun Station didn't work. Yeah, okay. We knew this. However, this will be the closest we have ever been. The Ash Twin project is theoretically sound. We were only unable to power it. Perhaps there is another way. Suppose we redesign the Sun Station. To generate power of that magnitude, a supernova is still our only viable option. I believe we can still find a way to create a supernova, my friend. Don't lose hope. This is easier expressed than accomplished. You can wait for the sun to explode on its natural timeline if you prefer, Idea, but you'll need to find some way to halt our aging process. 200,000 years. We're halting our research into creating a supernova at this moment. A comet has newly arrived in this solar system and we're anxious to explore it. It's been a very long time since you last explored somewhere new, so we're excited to welcome the comet. Imagine what knowledge might be gained there. Wow, a lot of new data, a lot of new information. Gratitude for the latest shipment. Wayno. This ore should be the last we need for the Ash Twin project. Once we finish the shell, that seals off the central chamber will check to ensure there are no longer any physical entrances. Raimi and I will be checking the interior and then the exterior for cracks. My gratitude for... Oh no. This is exciting news! Can I offer an effort to extract your device for time to check? If my work here is complete, I'd be delighted to help. We'd be grateful if you would. The more eyes, the better, as the smallest flaw or opening in the shell that protects the actual project could lead to disaster. Okay. Fine. Brittle hollow projection stone. I have good news, Yarrow. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed. No, it isn't. Yeah, okay. We've read that one before. Just saying, they're just arguing about whether it's perfect enough. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin Project blocks. They look beautiful, although I do feel as if I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statue will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds. As a safety measure, however, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin Project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Okay. So the masks are designed to restore people's memories when the time goes back 22 minutes. When time gets reset, the masks keep. That's why I can remember everything and nobody else can. Interesting. So the sun station failed, we know that. The gas giant, Giant's Deep. So the gas giant at Giant's Deep has a probe launcher on it that's been told to launch the probe back in time. So something on Giant's Deep. We need to go to Giant's Deep. There's something weird there. And we need to go to the comet. Because there's two things we don't know, right? Oh, God. What does this do? Caution, you're about to access the core while the Ash Twin Project is active. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin Project. That... Come on back there. I don't think we want to disable it. Nope. And this is what? Gravity control to allow me to access it. Listen. Okay, so now we know how to access the core. And we know how to get the warp core. So there's still something that bothers me, right? That puzzle in the vessel, right? The three-sided pillar that seems to be like the final control system. I don't know how that works still. Like, if we take the warp core out, we get one go at this, right? If we take the warp core out, we need to be sure we know what we're doing. And I don't know how that puzzle works. It didn't do anything when I put it into the device. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily without the warp core, but I don't know, to me that seems awfully risky to go and jump and plug that thing in. So let's not. Let's not. My ship is safe while these things just-ish, kind of. Can I get on board it? Sort of, yes. Okay. Yeah, our new learning is in the computer. Okay. So. The interloper. So we need to go to Giant's Deep and we need to go to the interloper, basically. With Giant's Deep being... There's some kind of probe cannon at Giant's Deep which we have not seen. Which seems to have something to do with time. I don't know why you'd need the probe. Sure, the Ash Twin Project just shoots everything back in time, but maybe the probe and the project are the same thing. Like, the Ash Twin Project is the thing that goes back in time, but the Giant's Deep is the thing that sends the information of the probe back first or something? I don't know. I don't know. Right. The interloper is the last thing the Nomai did before they all went suddenly extinct. So I want to know what's on here. And this crack is sunward side and looks surprisingly suspicious to me. But it's covered in ice. Now, I have had a problem with this little rock before, in that I have been jettisoned off its surface twice. So, let's be sure that we are not going to get jettisoned off its surface. Sun, there we go, sun. On, how close is the sun? 23 kilometers, quite a distance. Quite a distance. See, this thing changes direction pretty frequently, and when it changes direction, it looks like I'm in trouble. I feel like this is where we need to be. I feel like this is correct. But it should melt. Come on, I mean, that's gotta be it, right? It said that the entrance is on the sunward side. That's the thing. There's no other place on the sunward side, right? Sunward side. There's no other entrance. This has to be it. It just looks so suspicious. It's such a freaking obvious crack. But, it has not melted. Or maybe it melted and refroze? Are we getting further away from the sun here? We are getting further away from the sun. Yeah. I don't want to get out of this until I know that there's an entrance. Because I will get... It'll just change direction and cast me into the space again. I won't have it, I say. I won't have it. So we are getting closer to the sun again, but we are quite a way away from it right now. Maybe we just need to come straight to the interloper right at the beginning when it's really close to the sun. It did seem quite close to the sun last time we saw it. Oh, we're definitely getting close to the sun now, though. Come on, you. Open up. Open up. I want to get in. I want to unlock the secrets and the mysteries and such. You hear that? I thought I heard cracking, but I don't see no cracking. I thought I heard cracking, sir, but I did not see it. Yeah, you see, I'm just like... Oh, well, yeah, okay. There's the brambles. This thing is so difficult to stay on, even in the ship. This is sort of sunward side, isn't it? You know, this looks like it might open up. You see this sort of... I mean, there are hunks of ice. Where's the sun, though? No, that's not sunward side. Oh, we're definitely closer. How close do we need to be? See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, what is going on with this thing? I got cast off. What by? By Giant's Deep. Okay. Giant's Deep is a freaking gravitational vortex. It's actually difficult for the ship to even freaking thrust out of Giant's Deep's freaking well of nightmares. Giant's Deep next. We'll go to Giant's Deep. We will find the core of Giant's Deep. That is where we'll go next. But first, I want to know what's at the center of the interloper. Is it me, or are we getting a lot closer to the sun here? Here we go. Sun on the surface. This is a great place for us to be. Fantastic place for us to be. I mean, it is a It's opening! I freaking knew it! Let's go! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Yikes.